Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik out of Shanghai, out of my lockdown. This is a game, War in the Pacific Advanced Edition. Play by email against Jochen. Jochen is ally player. For me, the Empire of Japan. 1 day turn and scenario 1. Last turn we saw the unsuccessful second battle of Changsha. So I will now rest 2 or 3 days and try the last time to break this standstill and readjust maybe my strategy if this really not works. With Dojo it was working, I talked about this, but here in Jochen have simply too much time to prepare. Again, American submarines attacking with their mail function Mark 14 torpedoes, so nothing happens. I, on my other hand, trying to get rid of this S-boat. So the S-boat is working with Mark 10 torpedoes. So this is a First World War technology, end of World War One. Short range, less capacity, half warhead damage potential. So I can damage this submarine, but I cannot really get rid of it. Maybe I can get rid of it short time, maybe send back to repair for 1 week, but no killing. So next island, the next base, but there's still many more coming. So there's also a second submarine here, Mark 14. Unluckily, my destroyers cannot locate it. Or luckily, the submarines both fail to attack my battleship or carrier or whatever. And I maybe have here a hit on the submarine, maybe. Reported both hits, and these are normally 250 kilogram killer hits. And more submarines are everywhere. So many submarines are here. So all American submarines are all around in Lumenville. Typical bad weather, but this time everywhere around the map. My Oscars are still trying to maybe have a successful engagement with the Buffaloes, but you can completely avoid any attack or battle fight. One last attack on this airbase. Again, one Nell gets killed by flak. And only, the damage is okay, I would say, for one pairing of bombers. Now I try to attack here this walking, because this unit is walking or moving and it's an open clear terrain. So I try to create here more damage. It is maybe successful, but not enough to really justify this change of tactic, I would say. Because Jochen is trying to move in forces to Changsha and I try to stop them, slow them, that I have maybe enough time to reorganize my troops and he can bring in additional reinforcements. This here, the source is not working. But it is heavy terrain, so I don't expect really too much. In my light bombers I throw on Changsha Airport because I must also hold the construction of additional forts down. So I have two tasks: slow down and damage enemy reinforcements enter Changsha. At the same time keep Changsha Airport damaged, that no new fort level can be built. And this is my limited small Japanese Air Force here in China. Now the buffalo's coming, but they're making an attack on my ground forces. So I try to sweep them, but they are not in cap, they are in ground attack. With some success and some bombers. Out of Balikpapan. I stay in Balikpapan and Jochen still operates the air force out of this. Super risky, but These are British buffaloes. In some B-70s attacking Changsha. Luckily I have really heavy flak with my units, simply to protect my own units. So I nearly lost, I only some disabled and I can damage half of the attacking air force. But still the flag is not strong enough to destroy them. The same again. But Jochen also don't create much damage on my forces, so okay. I don't need normally air cover over my own units, simply I have so much flak. Let's see if the afternoon will show us anything. More submarines. Also around the Japanese island. More support strikes out of Palau Island. I can slowly disable half of the forces of Jochen, or maybe not a half, but some percentage. Everything what I can disable can later not more attack me. So my carriers here in Norfolk Island, and I simply set them on navy attack, and if they find nothing else they attack I think the port of Norfolk. I was under A. So here are some destroyers I can find parked. So big explosion. More hits on destroyers. So 2 destroyers, heavy damage, heavy fire. Good. This is only lightly damaged. And it ends is Sonya's. Sonya's again, they are normally scout bombers, so they give recon information. So no big airstrike on Nomaya, Luganville today. Out of Nomaya. I was still hoping that maybe Jochen tried to use his navy bombers, long range bombers for anything. Here's one more submarine in shallow water. And we get 17 hits, so maybe the dolphin is killed. But it's still... so long the submarine is not forced to submerge, to surface, the damage cannot be strong enough. First, if the submarine must surface and then is in a surface engagement, then you know, okay, this is a kill for sure. Then it's over. But maybe the damage is so big that this submarine will sink now, end of the turn or beginning of next turn. So I try to break here this Dutch forces. Maybe I am successful immediately. You will see. So I cannot really storm the mountain at the first day, but we coming to the 1-to-1 battle. This is enough to destroy the fort. Again, you only can lower the level per turn 1, so, and my engineers already did this, so the 1-to-1 gives no additional reduction in fort level. It's a game rule. But I have only disabled units and the Dutch are dying and already completely destroyed at least one. So tomorrow or latest the day after tomorrow, the Java is completely liberated. So a night switch here back to bombardment of Changsha after the attack failed, simply to keep the pressure on Jochen. Yeah, the bombardment was not so successful compared to others before, but I can still see that Jochen lost roughly 1000 attack value, I 2.5 maybe, something like this. So the kill ratio was roughly 1 to 2, maybe like this. If I could repeat this, like Jochen lose again 1000 attack value, I lose 2000, and we have like 6 to 2, then I would still be at triple advantage. I'm now not at triple advantage, so normally it was okay, I would say at that point, that I lost more than Jochen, but Jochen have less. So if he still will lose, still, I mean, have similar losses in the next battle, I'm maybe at the winning street. The question is only how many reinforcements Jochen can bring in the city in this short time. And I need to recover first my disordered unit, so I need at least 3 days to wait before I can attack again. This is only empty bases I pick up. Thai forces trying to crash these India forces. Not so successful today. And this was all. So not really so active, so maybe I can get rid of 2 American destroyers. That is fine. Air war was really nothing special. And land war, the battle in Java was okay. So, here we are already 22nd February 1942. Well, let's check if there was really air war today. I cannot remember. 2 to 2. So, yeah, I lost 2 medium bombers and Jochen lost the Catalina and the Fortress, so this was from this many flak damage over Shangsha. It's okay, it's in favor for me, or at least it's acceptable. But it's at the end light losses. Ship sunk, official nothing, but maybe there are 2 destroyers heavily damaged and sinking soon. And 1 submarine. And 1 more submarine damage at least. So I'm still not catching up. Maybe need 1 or 2 more days. Xi'an, I arrive here in this hex, so I can now I can move start my move on Xi'an, but I must always keep here. So I can see that Jochen had here before, I think 20 units or something more. Now only 11 left, so he used half his forces to reinforce Xi'an. I am now, of course, not strong enough to attack even what is here left over, because most of my punching power is in this hex. So I must move on Xi'an and see how Jochen is react. Maybe he give up completely this position in the mountains. Then I can also move these forces inside. We will see. We will see. Yeah, Shangsha need still more time. I am still burnt out. The biggest problem is even the fatigue and disruption is still too high. This must be normally both at least under 20, better under 10. And I need more supplies. I arrive in Kokong, and Kokong is completely empty, so I can take over the base without a fight. So this not so successful engagement at the end, I turned around and I can, at least strategically, I can take the base, I can take the resources, I have the airport then soon, I can build out this base. And then I can operate airplanes more close to the front line. In Burma we have nothing, because there's never anything, at least now. Because after Jochen lost Enterprise, I lost Kaga, so... And my submarines are still in refit mode. The Thai forces was not able to break here this India forces, so okay. But it doesn't matter, I don't need this air railway lines now. Bangkok is operating independent from Singapore, so I don't care so much. All my forces now, nearly all my forces here, still some forces coming. These hexes, these are the last missing units to really fill up all my... here's also something. What is here? These are the tanks. So in 2 days I have maybe everything what I really can let fight here in Java to arrive. But it was already enough. I think I reduce the fort level. Once the fort level is at 0, it's much more easy. I rest 1 more day in Balikpapan, then maybe I can attack again. The disruption is now under 20, the fatigue is still a little high, but I think it's enough to attack. And in Tarakan, I still have... normally the main issue is that I don't have supplies here, so I must still airlift more stuff over. Here's nothing, then we can jump over to Rabaul. And Rabaul also have... no activity from Port Moresby. I only can see that here still a lot of stuff. Also a lot of units, 30,000 guys. 17 units. So Jochen put a lot of stuff inside. Here are all the submarines. I holding the base. I was able to unload this unit. I'm still not finished completely. I need a little more time, and then here's also supplies. Once this is completely unloaded, I can really build slowly Singapore. Luganville back to a status I can use it. The air railway damage is already fine. Now I only need the service center and then the port. Then I must build this to a 4-4 base, and then I think it's all I need here. The carriers are making slowly and steadily, always detected by Jochen. It's also no more or less like a pressure to Jochen, so if here are carriers, how he won't operate anything here in this part, maybe he must really then bring everything down to source New Zealand. And I get here no information. I normally send here a recon, but I don't know why. I have here really no information, but there was 2 destroyers hit by my dive bombers, so there is something, but I cannot see it. So many more submarines everywhere looking what he cannot find here. I had here last turn, I think, some detection, so I bring my submarines in position, but maybe Jochen react and bring his ships in other positions, so I miss it maybe. Yeah, but not really so much happened these days. Good, thank you all, take care, bye bye.